Hmm. Hello, my dear children. Good morning. How are you? I think all of you are very fine this time. And now we shall read the first chapter of the textbook, The Best Christmas Present in the World. All of you know, present. Present means here gift. The best Christmas gift in the world. We shall see in this chapter. So first of all, before starting the chapter, we should know the main characters or the name of the main characters. The first one is Mr. Jim, who is English soldier's captain. And the second one is Mrs. Jim, the wife of Mr. Jim. Third, Mr. Hans Ulf, he is also the German captain of the German soldiers or German army. And fourth, the narrator. Now, in order to understand the whole chapter, first of all, we shall divide the chapter into three parts. Part number one, in which we shall see that the narrator is in the search of a desk or a table. One day he was going by a junk dealer's shop and randomly he saw there was a desk, but the legs of the desk were broken and the top of the desk was rolled up and it was burnt here and there. It was wet from the water, but he saw that this desk was really cheaper and he was not in the position to purchase a new desk. That is why he decided to purchase it. Then he purchased it and he took it to his house. He put at the back of his workhouse, and on the day of the Christmas he began to repair it. So first of all, he pulled out the roll top, and then when he began to pull out the drawers, he pulled out the first drawer, then the second drawer easily. But when he was pulling the third drawer, it was very hard to pull it. Then he forced, or you can say forcibly, he hit this drawer, and the drawer flung out of the desk. And in that desk, he found a tin box. And this tin box was taped with a letter. Now he opened the letter, then he saw the address of the receiver and the sender. Who is the sender? Mr. Jim, the husband of Mrs. Jim. He had written this letter when he was at the war between German and English soldiers. Now, when he opened the tin box, he found a long letter, you can say. In that letter, he saw a narrative letter, and it was a story happened at the time of war, and this story was just an information of peace and compromise between German soldiers and the English soldiers. Here, the first part is over. In the second part, when the narrator began to read the letter, the second part is really the narrative of the letter. In this part, it has been written that at the time of war, in the morning of the Christmas day, the German soldiers and the English soldiers had taken their position to attack each others, but all of a sudden, the captain of German soldiers means the captain of the Frises. Frise is the common name of German soldiers. and Tommy is the common name of English soldiers. One of the frigates, he was the captain, Hans Ulf. He came out of his bunker and he showed the white flag to the Tommies. White flag means here the flag of compromise. Now he took the white flag and he shouted to the Tommies not to fire because the German soldiers decided to compromise with the English soldiers. So he shouted at Tommy not to fire, but Tommy thought it a trick. He thought that he was misguiding him. But after a while, along with Hans Ulf, other soldiers also were coming towards no man's land. Hans Wolf shouted to Tommy to come toward the no man's land. Tommy at this said to his soldiers uh, to bow down their heads, but to be alert because it might be the trick. But when he saw that Hans Wolf and his soldiers, his friends, did not have the rifles, then he came to understand that something good was there. Then both the soldiers of both armies were going forward toward the no man's land. And when Hans Wolf stretched out his hands to Tommy, they shook the hand warmly. All the soldiers were around there, gathered. Then Hans Wolf said to Tommy not to attack anyone, and he proposed to play a football game. As a friend, Tommy also agreed with him, but he said that he liked cricket. At last, they decided to play the football, and the khaki dress of the English people was the goal post of them, and the grey overcoat or long coat of the German soldiers was the goal post of German army. Now they started their game, and in the last, the German soldiers won the match by 2-1. But when he saw that Tommy was unhappy, Hans Wolf said to Tommy, means Jim McPherson, not to be worried because the goalpost of the English soldiers was rather wider. At this, Jim McPherson smiled at him, and now they began to eat the sausage which was brought by the German soldiers, the rum which was brought by the English soldiers, and in this way they took the meat, the wine, and they were singing with each other, and they became the friend. In the evening, they went back to their bunkers, their trenches, and the Hans and his friends were singing the German song, and on the other hand, the English people were singing the English song, and in this way, in the evening, Jim McPherson started to write the letter to his wife to give the information that now they were not fighting each other, they had compromised with each other, and he would see Mrs. Jim very soon. Here, the second part is over. Now we shall see the third part. The narrator decided to take this letter and tin box to give Mrs. Jim McPherson, who was living in Copper Beach, Bridport, in Dorchester Lane. Now he drove to that place, and when he found the address of Mrs. Jim McPherson, he went to her house and he saw that the house had caught the fire already. Means the house had ruined with the fire. He went to the next house. He knocked at that house. A person came from that house. Now he asked about Mrs. Jim McPherson. That old person told that the house was on fire and she had been taken by the people to the hospital. The name of the hospital is Burlington House Hospital. Then the narrator went to the Burlington House Hospital and he met a nurse